Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And I'm coming to you from the last wharf here at Circular Quay, and as you can see, we've got those beautiful lilac, mauve, jacaranda blossoms highlighting that little grassed area over there and trumpeting the beginning or the end of spring and the beginning of summer. I absolutely love these colours, and they just seem to just bring out the best in me. And one thing I'd love to actually do is do a Jim's 5am Club from underneath one of those trees, but a little later in the season when the blossoms are falling from the trees, and just to capture the blue sky behind the lilac and have the blossoms just drifting down slowly to the ground. Just one of those things that I would always love doing, just sitting under one of those beautiful jacaranda trees while it's shedding those lilac mauve blossoms. Anyway, I've got some company here. Hello, how are you going? Anyway, what I want to do today is just have a chat to you about something that I've got near and dear to my heart. I've been rereading one of my books from back in the mid-90s when I began my journey on personal development. And the book that I'm referring to is an absolute classic and a reference manual to many leaders. And it's called Awaken, the Giant Within, and the author is Anthony Robbins. And what I want to focus on today is the topic of rules. R-U-L-E-S, rules. And to find out from all of us, whose rules are we playing to, and the importance of having rules in your life, and the importance of those rules being congruent and aligned to our values, and also the impact that different rules have on different people. And we'll commence probably with the idea or the learning that most conflict in the world, most conflict in families, most conflict amongst friends, work peers, most international conflicts are all based on conflicting rules. When one person does something which contradicts not only their rule set, but also the rules of the people around them. And you know what I'm talking about. Now, we've been with friends, and say for example we go on a holiday with somebody, and those holidays with friends or family are the ones which are so revealing in terms of how compatible we are or how compatible we're not, because you quickly find out, you quickly come to terms and understand that there are some differences and there are some similarities in the lifestyles that we have, and more importantly, there are some dramatic differences in the rules that we have. Some people are morning people, some people are evening people, some people are cleanliness freaks, other people are a little bit more relaxed with tidying up. But you'll find when young people go on holidays, or when anybody goes on holidays, it usually blows up at some point because the rules are broken. And that's why it's important to have house rules and to share your rules with your friends and family, just so that they know where your red lines are in terms of what you'll accept and what you don't accept. and to be able to also know what other people's rules are, so you can at least consider them, respect them, and don't cause issues where we don't need to cause issues. So getting back to what we're chatting about in terms of rules, I guess the rules thing is, where did the rules come from in the first place? And more importantly, whose rules are you living to? Are they your rules? Are they somebody else's rules? Or are they just things that have come up over the years that you've blindly accepted and you live by, which may not be serving you right now in your life and may never have served you? Because when it's all said and done, it's important for us to have rules. We all understand that. It's important to have rules because rules bring predictability, bring structure, and bring a certain level of orderliness to our lives, because we need order in order to relax and to ensure a predictability in terms of our environment and our engagement with people and situations. But by the same token, if rules are disempowering, if they're not there to serve us, then why would we be abiding by them in the first place? So I guess the first challenge in our lives is we need to understand the rules that we have surrounding us and the rules that we play by. And then to ask ourselves the very important question: do these rules serve me? Are they aligned to the values that I have? Are they aligned to the map or to my identity and where I want to be as opposed to where I am now? And to also ask yourself, what are these rules that we're following? How do they limit us? How do they rob us of our freedoms to be able to grow, develop, and express ourselves? And can these rules be swapped out with a better set of rules? Or if not swapped out, can they be modified? Can they be shaped to become less limiting and more empowering and be the wind beneath our wings? Anyway, so the other thing that we need to talk about as well is another important aspect of rules, and that's whether or not rules are congruent. Because we do have paradoxical rules, rules which work against other rules, which cause stress, anxiety, and pain. But the only way you'll realise whether or not your rules are working for you or not is that you need to do a rules audit and go through and see which rules you have, and then to prioritise those rules and ask, as I said before, the question: are these rules giving me pain or are they giving me pleasure? Because if you're just following rules just for the sake of following rules, then that's just another form of slavery. And if it's not empowering you, if it's not making you bigger, better, smarter, or if it's not guiding you to where you want to be in the different areas of your life, in your personal life, in your spiritual life, in your relationships, in your career, and all of those things, then they're not serving you. And if they're not serving you, then they're not making you happy. And if it's not making you happy, it's not making you, it's not giving you purpose, it's not giving you drive, it's definitely not giving you energy. If anything, they're probably draining you of energy. So there is a time and a place to reassess, modify, shape, and renew your rule set. And it's important to be open about your rules and to share your rules with the people around you, with your friends and family, so that they know what makes you tick. And it's not a perennial guessing game to see if what they do, what they say, if it'll offend you, if it'll upset you, or if it will come back and bite them in the backside. So that's the big thing on rules. And as we said, it's the rules conflict. It's where we have conflict in our rules, or when somebody doesn't follow the rules that we think are basic or self-explanatory or common. One of the biggest problem is that we think that everybody understands the rules that we live by and they're commonplace. But it's only when you look around and do a compare and contrast that you may find that your rules are very unique and very different from the rules that people around you have. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that because everybody else does something else or something different that their rules are right. But what I'm talking about is for each and every one of us to look deep inside of ourselves and to assess whether or not the rules that we have are serving us, are aligned to our values and not other people's values, and that they make us or they help define us and allow us to live our identity with freedom, with passion, with commitment, and for us to have a compelling future and not one which is shaped by our environment and the people around us. Never forget that you have the ability to shape your life, and by shaping your life, you could be influencing other people around you to give them the strength and the vision to be able to shape their lives as well. Anyway, let's finish off now on Jim's 5 a.m. club. I absolutely love going for a walk and talk and highlighting the beauty of this city of Sydney, and also sharing learnings that we all have, and hopefully getting to a point where we can all grow and develop in ways never thought imaginable. Anyway, there's the Sargent taking off from Circular Quay. I remember Sargent being a tremendous netball captain, and my daughter many years ago met her down in Martin Place. So the Sargent is coming into dock, and I think it's probably time for me to move on before people start questioning what I'm doing here, and I don't think they'll understand what the Jim's 5 a.m. club is, nor appreciate it. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay committed, stay relevant, and most importantly, assess your rules. Make sure that the rules that you have are serving you and give you power, give you purpose, give you strength, and give you a freedom that will enable you to grow, develop, and live the life that you deserve. Yasas, take care from Jim's 5 a.m. club. Bye for now.